Hey guys, it's Edwin here, and today I'm going to talk to you about self-forgiveness and why you find it really hard to forgive yourself after leaving an abusive relationship. See, self-forgiveness is more about forgiving yourself for what happened in the past. And this lack of self-forgiveness is so common because it arises when we feel that we've not taken care of ourselves in a manner that we ought to have done in the past. Most times we might beat ourselves when we've been outsmarted by our toxic partners, and yet it was not even your fault. So you may even find it really hard to forgive yourself, even for things which you had no control over. So you expend so much energy and by just questioning yourself and having this repeated negative self-talk with thoughts like, why did I stay too long? I am smarter than that. I should have known better, or I am better than this. Why do I always do this? Why didn't I see it coming? Things like, I will never forgive myself for this. These are just the negative thoughts which will be in the back of your mind after leaving an abusive relationship. And these kind of negative self-talk will prevent you from forgiving yourself for what happened. You see, learning to forgive yourself is so challenging as you've lost touch with your authentic self because you've been manipulated and traumatized by your toxic ex. In fact, self-forgiveness is not an easy task to the extent that some people may even choose to forgive their ex-partners but not themselves. There are a number of reasons why people may find it hard to forgive themselves, and I'm going to share some of the reasons in this video. The first reason why you find it really hard to forgive yourself after being in an abusive relationship is you feel that you're not worthy of forgiveness. It's more like when you look at the past and reflect on what you've been through, on what you put yourself through in the past relationship, you feel that the fact that you allowed yourself to stay and go through all those tortures and allow yourself to be tormented by your ex, you feel that you're not even worthy of forgiveness. It's more like you feel like you are a mistake, and how could you allow yourself, could you allow your past self to go through all those things without even getting out, or without even standing up for yourself? So you will have thoughts like, how can I be so stupid to fall for that? Or how could I fall for those kind of lies? I'm not even worthy of my own forgiveness. When you are filled with this negative self-talk, you will find it really hard to forgive yourself, because it's more like there's that inner voice which keeps you grounded to what you put yourself through in the past. So the other reason why forgiving yourself may be so hard is you think that self-forgiveness is condoning the act. Most of us will think that if I forgive myself, I am accepting the me which made me go through the past mistake. They also think that if you accept the me, it will mean that I will repeat the same mistake. And this will give us this feeling that if I forgive myself, it's like I'm letting myself off the hook. So I'd rather not forgive myself so that I can really know that I'm not condoning this act. The other reason why you may find it really hard to forgive yourself is penance. Penance is this form of inflicting punishment to ourselves as a result of a wrongdoing, or as an expression of repentance. So it's more like we punish ourselves because of what we did in the past, or because of what we put ourselves through in the past. It's a form of self-judgment to oneself. And if you view life as this form of you punishing yourself, or you judging yourself, you'll find it really hard to forgive yourself. The other reason why self-forgiveness is hard is we lack self-validation. When we've been brought up, or we've been raised knowing that seeking approval and validation from others is a way of confirming if something is good or bad for us, it's more like we've accepted what the crowd does as the best thing. And because of this, you'll find it really hard to forgive yourself, because you expect the forgiveness to be valid if someone is forgiving you and not you yourself forgiving yourself. So it's more like you expect that forgiveness to be valid if it's coming from someone else's mouth but not yours. Self-forgiveness is a very important piece in your healing journey, because it's more like when you don't forgive yourself, it's more like you are carrying this invisible weight within you. And the more you carry this burden or this memory or this emotional burden within yourself, of course it will affect your mental health. When it comes to forgiving yourself, you just have to look at the past as a memory and just a frame of reference, and accept that you did what you did in the past because that's what you knew better at that moment. You didn't know any better. You didn't even know about toxic relationship. You didn't even know about manipulation. So that's the first step when it comes to forgiving yourself. The main reason, of course, why you find it really hard to forgive yourself is you are still identifying yourself to what happened to you in the past. So the more you identify yourself with the past, you will have limiting beliefs on how you live your life presently. So your present actions, your present emotions will be dictated by those limiting beliefs which you've developed as a result of what happened to you in the past. So that's why healing is more like disidentifying yourself from what happened in the past, so that it can allow you to view life as it is presently without being limited or without your beliefs being drawn from past experiences. And that's what I do with something called mind shifting. It's more like disidentifying from what happened in the past, so that it can enable you to live life more presently and without being tied by what happened in the past. Hope that makes sense, guys. So forgive yourself because you didn't know any better, and you now have the chance to heal and be the kind of person who will never fall for toxic relationship and who will never find themselves in toxic relationship patterns. That's it from me today. Until next time, feel free to share and comment. Bye.